This is Alexander Playtime Williams of PlayTimeCares.com. Playtime family, this is Alexander Playtime Williams of PlayTimeCares.com. Want to first give like my thoughts and prayers to all of the people in the Houston metropolitan area that's been suffering with all of our torrential downpours. This rain has been kicking our butt from the airport to all the way in Pearland, Sugarland, the south side of Texas. They really got hit the hardest. Um, I really just got a chance to really watch everything because I was trying to just make sure people was okay and all those type of things. So this is a raw recap from May 25th, 2015. That's actually the day that all of that rain just got dumped on us in Houston in like 2 hours. I mean, maybe like 6 inches in 2 hours. It was ridiculous. Um, it was coming from Long Island, New York, and it was from the Nassau Coliseum. I didn't know this, but they're gonna raise the building. They're gonna destroy it. So this is gonna be the last Raw or SmackDown probably ever from it. I don't know if SmackDown will come there Thursday, but as it stands, this will be the last Raw ever broadcast from there. Normal commentators: JBL, Michael Cole, Booker T, and it started off because Monday was actually Memorial Day. Started off with a video montage, pretty much just thanking, the troops for everything that they've done, and then, of course, that the crowd went into a USA chant, and then Eden Styles told everybody to give, moment of silence, so so they can honor the people that's actually fallen, fallen in the line of duty, protecting our freedoms. So they did that, did a 10 count with the bell, and then they started to show the authority hit it out. It was everybody. It was Triple H, Stephanie, Kane, Seth Rollins, and J&J Security. They got booed heavily. It's just like, you know, I mean, they're doing a good job being a heel faction. And Isla Duffy just really reminded me that the writers really do need to come up with a new angle because this is they're pretty much making Dean Ambrose into old school Steve Austin. I know it worked for him, back in the day, but I mean the truth of the matter. Well, I'm not gonna touch on that. Well, the show started off with the Authority coming to the ring, they getting booed, and Seth Rollins pretty much said that Dean Ambrose secured his championship uh, opportunity through extortion, and that he's a thug. And then the crowd started yelling that you sold out. They start chanting that, and we want Ambrose. So Rollins said he didn't really care that Ambrose got the title shot. Hey, he ain't no real threat. So of course, Triple H was like, "Look, Dean, you wanna have this title shot? Then I have the contract right here. Come to the ring and get it." Now remember all of the people that named. The full authority is out there. So minus Randy Orton, of course. Um, so of course Ambrose's music hit, and the crowd was just over the top, excited about his music hit, and it broke out into the Ambrose chant, stuff like that. And then Ambrose pretty much said that he's going to beat Rollins you know um, at the Elimination Chamber and become the new face of wrestling. So Rollins, of course, didn't like that and said Rollins was pretty much a loser, and that he was kind of like a roach. They always around, but they never really rise from just being in the position of a roach. And he said, "Look, if you want this match, you need to come to this ring and get it." Ambrose was like, "Hey, you know what? Why not?" Took off his clothes. He ready to fight. So he trying to get in the ring, just trying to find a tactical way to get in. Roman Reigns music hits, and crowd got it, kind of went crazy with that. So before anything popped off, Stephanie pretty much told him, "Look, Ambrose, you got to the end of the night to sign his contract. But as for right now, Roman Reigns, you want to stick your nose in the business? I'm gonna make a main event match to happen right now. It's gonna be Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose versus um, Kane and Seth Rollins." So crowd, of course, liked that idea, and got a whole bunch of Ambrose chants going, and overall they had a decent match, and the match actually got better as the match went on. Kind of started off, but then it just started getting better and better. And overall, Ambrose ended up getting a pin victory. Match was only about a 7 out of 10, and he got the pin victory on Rollins, which with Elimination Chamber only being 6 days away at that point, being Sunday, May 31st, the crowd was going crazy because that may be the scene come Sunday. Then Renee interviewed Dean Ambrose, and she was just reminding him, look, you still got to sign the contract. That's a big win. You still need to sign that contract. He's like, oh, yeah, I got that. J&J Security shows up behind him. It was like, oh, yeah, we're bringing the contract for you. Oh, my bad. I don't have a contract. So they get into a fight, and the cameraman accidentally bumps into Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose turned around and hit him because he's thinking it's somebody attacking him from behind. He's like, oh, well, okay. So then they did a look at the NXT champ Chris Owens. They did like a video recap of who he is and some of the things that he's done in NXT, and the crowd was really liking that. So the next match was kind of a prelude to the Elimination Chamber Intercontinental Championship match because it's been recently vacated by Daniel Bryan. So they're gonna have 6 men in an Elimination Chamber match to fight for the vacated Intercontinental Champ match. You have R-Truth versus Rusev, All versus All Crime. They pretty much did a recap of Lana leaving Rusev for Dolph Ziggler from the previous week, the previous Raw. And then, they had a really quick match, making it seem like R-Truth not even real competition. Let's keep in mind, he was a serious title contender for the World Heavyweight Championship match that Cena cheated him out of. Him and Lil Johnny, Lil Jimmy, whatever you called him back in the day. He was actually a serious title contender. And now, you're making a mid-card, but that match was almost a waste of time. Why would you make one link of the Elimination Chamber match be a weak link? How you selling this, and you make one of the people extra weak. It's crazy writing, but whatever. So Rusev got a quick win. Called Lana to come down to the ring. She comes down. He pretty much saying, "Look, we Bonnie and Clyde. We all good together. I know you still love me, and and I know you still care for me. I know you still care for us. I know you still care for our country. I know you still care to crush America." And I know, you was messing with Dolph Ziggler just to get your attention from me. Hey, just let me grab your hands and everything will be good. You ain't got to worry about nothing, everything good. Just give me your hand. We forget about everything. She does it. Crowd boos. Then he said, I just need David to do one more thing, Lana. Just say I was wrong. Give me those 3 letter words. She told him, nope, no. Not only was I wrong, you're a liar. You can't admit to the fact that you lost the Cena. You quit. You're a liar and you're a quitter. So Rusev gets upset, and she pretty much gets out the ring, and at the top of the ramp, Dolph Ziggler come out and they kiss again. So of course Rusev was upset about that. That dealio. It is what it is. So Triple H and Seth Rollins are in the back, and you see Dean Ambrose in the room, and they go in the room with Dean Ambrose, and Ambrose asks him, he's like, "Oh, well, you bringing the contract to me?" He's like, "Nah, bro. This isn't something that's gonna be pleasant." And the cameraman that got hit is flanked by 2 policemen. He's like, "Hey, is this the person that actually hit you?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's him. But I felt somebody push me in a." And they was like, Seth Rollins was like, "Look, just answer the question." Cut him off. So he didn't get to finish his statement. So he said, "Yeah, that was him." So Seth Rollins got arrested. Kind of hard to go to jail and sign the contract. So next match was King Barrett versus Ryback. Another 2 participants in the Intercontinental Championship, which is vacated. That was actually a decent match. King Barrett, he got his swag going since he won the King of the Ring. So that was a decent match. Ryback is still nursing an injury from the last pay-per-view, the rib injury from Bray Wyatt. So there really wasn't anything that outstanding about the match. It was a pretty decent match. It just wasn't nothing outstanding. And Ryback actually ended up getting a pinfall victory over King Barrett. That's about a 7 out of 10. So they cut away back to Triple H and Stephanie being in the back. And, Triple H on the phone with the police saying, "Hey, well, you know what? Even if he make bail, it's pretty much no way he'll be able to make it back by the end of the show, right?" So they was excited about that, and the HBO series Entourage, their cast, they got a new movie coming out soon, and they actually came into the back. So everybody was excited about that. Then you had another Tough Enough compilation. The first time it was just them showing a couple of them, but this time it was a big one. So they came back, and it was Stardust versus Neville. And Stardust, he's been on Twitter recently messing with the star of Arrow. I believe that's on CW. So a really good show. It's also on Netflix. I think his name is like Stephen Emil or something. And they was kind of got face to face. Stardust get in the ring. Neville come out. NXT chants everywhere. Stardust, he was targeting that injured knee a lot. And Bo Dallas surprisingly came out to the ring, and that caused Stardust to actually get kind of unfocused. And Neville took advantage of it, ended up hitting his little finishing move on Stardust, and Neville won. And then Bo Dallas, because he got a match for Neville for the Elimination Chamber, he got in at the end of the match, and he kept attacking that knee. And that match was actually pretty decent. Another knee for a cruiserweight division, because Stardust and Neville would be awesome there. Match about 8 out of 10. So the Entourage cast, they walking around, they talking with the divas, and then they see Zack Ryder, and they like, okay, we gonna we got something for you, Zack. Come in the back, let's talk about it. So another two participants that's gonna be in an Elimination Chamber Intercontinental match would be Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus. They actually put on a decent match. That match was about an 8 out of 10 actually. Just like the Stardust Never match, about 8 out of 10. It's back and forth action the whole time. You saw Lana come up to the entryway of the ramp, which you already knew that if she went there, well, Rusev being as pissed off as he was, that he was gonna make an appearance, and sure enough, he comes from the back, passes up Lana, pretty much give a smirk as he passed by, and Dolph Ziggler, of course, turns his attention to him, and that gave Sheamus just enough wiggle room, just enough time to orchestrate a bro kick and pretty much kicked his head off. Got him a nice little win. And then Rusev pretty much just really, really whooped up on Dolph Ziggler and looking Lana in the face, but letting him saying, hey, that's what you want? He's like, yeah, go ahead, kiss him now. So Rusev was, stunting hard. So John Cena hits the ring. Ooh, New Yorkers are not kind towards him. They sung the John Cena song. They chanted it. Let's go Cena, Cena suck chants. Then because they saw Zack Ryder and he being a person that's a hometown boy, all you heard was "We want Ryder, woo woo woo." They constantly doing that. Cena talking about how how he never give up, hustle, loyalty, respect. People are gonna cheer for whoever he's going against a lot of times, but he gonna keep doing what he love, blah blah blah, whatever. So he also talked about how Kevin Owens kind of came in there and whooped up on him last Raw, and that he won't be that lucky when they in that Elimination Chamber match. So he issues the U.S. Title Open Challenge match, and of course the Entourage cast comes out, and people already knew Zack Ryder. They wanted him. They introduced Zack Ryder because he's from Long Island, and everybody went crazy. And the crowd, every time Zack pulled the advantage against Cena, crowd was going crazy. They just really, really wanted Zack Ryder to win. And I mean, it was even to the point to where one of the guys from Entourage, when Cena was about to get the upper hand on Zack and probably end it, he interfered in the match. He didn't touch Cena, but he just got in the ring and said, "Come on, fight me." And then when he saw Zack Ryder was recovered enough, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and got back out the ring. So Ryder, I mean, he mounted a nice fight. He did all of his big moves, the running kick in the face, just everything. He even got his finishing move, on him and everything. But Cena just kept kicking out, 2.5, just kept kicking out. So he tried to go for what was it, a 450 splash off the top rope. Zack Ryder, he pulled out all the stops, went for it, completely missed, and it was a really awesome miss too because he landed flush on that right. Boom. And of course, Cena took advantage of it, got the 1, 2, 3 pin victory, and the crowd booed him hard. Excuse me. Then the entourage cast went into the actual ring with Zack Ryder and Cena. And then they took Zack Ryder out with him. Cena still stunned with the belt. He gets off the ring, smack. Kevin Owens catch him slipping, and then he got him one of them nice power bombs off of the rebound off of the rope, and NXT chants just kind of they was excited. They just chanted that a lot. And then Renee went to Stephanie and Triple H and asked them for what's an update on the Ambrose situation, and Stephanie pretty much said, "Look, we people of our word. We're gonna go out to the ring with the contract at the end of the show. If he comes and signs it, he got the match. If not, nothing we can do about it." So they flashed over to the Divas. It was Tamina with Naomi with her versus Paige, and we had the Bella Twins on commentary. You know how I am about more flash than substance. Tamina need to be wrestling like Natalia, Naomi, somebody that actually can put on a decent show. This match about 6 out of 10, pretty slow. Naomi hit Paige with like a shoe or something, some foreign object, and Tamina capitalized on that, got the pin victory on her after a Samoan drop. Like I said, about a 6 out of 10. The New Day came to the ring. Of course, oh man, New Day suck chants raining down. They make excellent heels. And they say that the Elimination Chamber match was pretty much unfair because they had to fight 5 different tag teams. And then Kane said that, he came out like, hey, the elimination match is completely fair. Everybody have the same opportunity to win. There's no clear advantages. He said, but you know what? I'm going to give you something that's real fair. Those other 5 tag teams that you fight, all 10 of them men, they got a handicap match against you 3. And it starts right now. So, you got the Ascension, primetime players, Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, Lucha Dragon, Los Matadores, all them versus the New Day. 10-on-3 handicap match. The New Day was actually handling business on it. and it was cool because Xavier Woods kept taunting them, doing all kind of body wiggles and stuff. He doing all kind of stuff, just taunting the 9 other guys. He beating up on the one and taunting the other 9 guys. Them 9 guys said, the heck with this. The heck with winning the match. They went there and just started stomping the New Day. All 9 of them. But then, they don't like each other too. So they ended up stomping they just start beating up each other, throwing them out the ring, doing big moves, diving out between the ropes, diving off the top rope to the outside. They was just doing a whole bunch of cool stuff. So, that match was about an 8 out of 10. They gave the crowd what they want. At the end of the day, you had the New Day roll in the ring and they celebrating. And Tyson Kidd and Cesaro smacked them from behind. And they was the only ones left standing. And then you had Stephanie about to prepare to come to the ring. And WWE YouTube channel showed exclusive footage of Seth Rollins pushing the cameraman into the back of Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose hitting him because of that. So they was like, oh, well, I mean, in light of the new footage, we know that Ambrose didn't mean to do what he did, but he still did what he did. So, hey, there's nothing we can do about it. It's truly his lunatic friend's behavior that caused him to do that, just reacting and fighting people. So Triple H was about to announce that Seth Rollins didn't have a match at the Elimination Chamber, but then Roman Reigns' music hit, and everybody in the ring looking up in the stands, and this dude run from the entrance ramp and get in the ring, and they fighting and all that, and he fighting and he's starting to lose, and then a police van just show up and drive next to the entrance stage, and the uniform officer gets out, and it's no other than Dean Ambrose. So he goes to the ring with a billy club, start whooping folks. Everybody getting a little bit of the whooping, and they clear, him and Roman Reigns clear out the ring. Roman Reigns hand him the contract. Hey, he signed the contract. That's the Raw recap. PlayTime cares on everything, whatever, Pinterest, YouTube, Twitter, whatever. I have a donation button. You can always do that. Always follow Playtime Cares. I'm on many adventures.